Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna turn this into this, so enjoy the journey.
Hey guys, so I had a plan for something kind of special, and unfortunately the Chinese postal service has decided to return what I bought to the sender, and it's been like 2 weeks since then, and I just discovered that. So I don't really know what's going to go on with that project, so I kind of panicked and scrambled to make something for this week. So you guys remember this Sabretooth I made? This is a very, very customized Marvel Select Sabretooth head that I customized to fit this Marvel Legends Sabretooth body. And the reason why I did this is because I didn't like the original head. It's humongous, it is very big, it doesn't fit at all in terms of scale, and I just like everything more about this custom head here. But I figured, while I don't like the sizing of it, like you can see how it's just so big and it looks so goofy, but just for fun, I think it would be fun to just paint him up a little bit and see what I can do. Let's do a quick little paint job to see what we can get to. So like usual, we're going to start off with my favorite skin tone base, and that is Cadian Flesh Tone. So just going to cover all the skin tone with Cadian Flesh Tone so we have a good base, and then we'll get some lighter skin on top of that. I really want to get it to the lips too, because I think an issue I have with this figure is that the lips are extremely red, and it just kind of throws off the entire look of the figure, as well as the eyes kind of miss the mark a little bit. Like I can see the sculpted lines and they're going over, the white is going over the sculpted lines, making his eyes really big and humongously cartoony. Another reason why I don't really like this head is because I think the hair is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny looking. I can't really describe it. I'm also gonna do quite a lot of shading around the eye area to get like a really mean, evil look. I don't really have a plan going in. I'm just kind of doing things as I see fit, and then we'll see where we end up. It's really nice painting something you don't really care too much about. Like, I obviously wanted to turn out good, but it doesn't like crush my soul if this doesn't turn out that great. I've had that as an issue in the past, where I just kind of treat my fun, relaxing hobby a little bit too seriously, and then it ends up making me completely miserable. This is a nice little detour from doing like a completely serious paint job, like life and death paint job. So, now we just wait for this to dry. As you can see, his skin is very, very dark now, but I have some white mixed in with the Cadian Flesh Tone. So now I'm just gonna put a dry brush on top of it. Kinda just catching the highlights. We'll see if I need to do some actual layer work. But I find that dry brushing just kind of softly works pretty well in terms of creating a somewhat smooth texture. So now we're gonna go and try to reshape the eyes a little bit, make them less big. So we're going under here, trying to block in the eyes, make them pop a little bit more. You can see how much better it looks when they pop a bit. It's always really hard painting really thin lines because you don't want too much paint on your brush, but it's like the paint literally dries in seconds, so it's really hard to paint. I want to make this eye here a little bit sharper, so maybe I need to make the black a little bit thicker, because I mean, I'm gonna thin it down anyway. I mean, I already quite like this more than the original head sculpt, but I think we're gonna go in with some Cadian Flesh Tone again. We're just making this bottom line thinner. It's already really good on this side. I think because the line here is so thick, I might want to try to duplicate that up here actually. Trying to make the eyes a little bit more even in size here. I think we're going to try to make this cleft a little bit more natural. So now we're going to do a little bit more shading, and for that we're going to use Repaint Flesh Shade. So normally you would just kind of apply a wash like everywhere, but I like specifically like spots aiming shading for wrinkles. So I have a little bit on my brush and I specifically paint it into the grooves. And I want to darken the areas around his eyes a little bit, so we're going to go there too. And again, if it gets a little bit too heavy, we can just go in with some of that mix we did for the skin earlier. A little bit too thick here, like I might have to repair that. I might darken around the eyes like a little bit more, like up here. Maybe with some brown. And I think I want to do a little bit more work with the teeth. So I'm going to actually put some Repaint Flesh Shade in between the teeth. See what we can pop a little bit more. We're going to go down the lips a little bit with the Repaint Flesh Shade too. Just see if we can kind of just tint the lips a little bit. I'm not really sure about this wash on the teeth. It looks a little bit heavy right now, but a wash looks pretty different like when it dries. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Okay, so the wash was very hell-bent on not adding in like the middle part, so I had to go in with some actual brown. But I'm hoping to kind of dull it down, tone it down like a little bit, because I'm going in with a mix of white and Morgott bone. And we're just going to clean up the teeth a little bit. I'm not really going for like total coverage of the teeth. I mainly just want them to kind of pop. Let's try to clean up the mess we made here with some just some of that Cadian flesh tone again. I don't really know what happened here on the bottom row. So I want to darken around his eyes a little bit more to try to get a little bit more of a menacing look. So we're going in with some Agrex Earth Shade, which is like a kind of dark brown wash. So the face is more or less finished now, but we're going to make the hair pop a little bit more. So have some of this Agrex Earth Shade, and we're just going to shade the entire hair. And then after that, we're going to give it a little dry brush to clean it up. So everything is darker now, so we have to wait until the hair dries. Okay, so I hate painting blonde hair because I never really know what to do. So I'm gonna try some of this Morghast bone. It's kind of like a beigeish color, and we're just gonna dry... Oof, that was a little bit too heavy. But yeah, we're just gonna dry brush it on and see where we end up. And this looks pretty good actually, so we'll stick with this. Bottle has already started to like dry up a little bit, so it's kind of perfect. For the eyebrows, I'm gonna have to use a little bit of a smaller brush, so hopefully this is gonna work. I can try to clean up the mess a little bit. And here we have Victor completed, and oh guys, I am so torn. Like originally I didn't like this head at all, but now after painting him up, I'm starting to really like it. And I don't know if my eyes have just gotten used to like what the head looks like, but is the size really that bad now? Like I also really like this head here. Like I like different aspects of them. I think the mouth is better on this guy because I sculpted this mouth myself, but the hair is nicer on this guy here. I don't know, like this looks so cool too. I'm gonna need some opinions here in the comments. Well, regardless of that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, like I said, leave a comment and tell me which head you prefer, and preferably why as well. I think that would be a nice way of me to like make a decision. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.
Not much of a hunter, are you? You'd fit right in with Logan and the rest of Xavier's housebroken little pets.